Well, I think we had a really good effort today, especially from the beginning of the game. I think our team was pretty well prepared coming in as far as who the personnel were that they were going to cover today and what they like to do offensively and defensively. And I think Ben did another terrific job giving us those possessions to put a lot of pressure on their defense. And just a complete effort to have the score the way it was in the first half. I think any coach in the country would be happy with that effort. And knowing the Cavaliers like we do, they weren't going to quit, and they came out in the second half and put some points up on the board, which we certainly expected. So at halftime, we just want to talk about keep playing hard and pretend the score is 0-0 and come out with the same effort that we did in the first half. And so I think it was a good game for us. And I know that young team Virginia's going to get better and better as they go.
Update on Ben?
I expect to see him next week. Mm-hmm.
You talked about being prepared and knowing exactly what you wanted to do coming in. What kind of preparation came into that, and what was it specifically that you guys?
Well, as the season goes on, everybody gets more and more film, on their opponents. So I think that helps, the number of teams that each of us has played. So we have more film to look at. And I think the coaches did a good job of, especially early in the week, we put the last game behind us pretty early and got focused on the Cavaliers. And from an individual standpoint and from a team standpoint, offensively and defensively, and had our scout groups go over, had them run the type of defense that they run and knew their offensive plays and their numbers and where they like to put people. And I think we were prepared for that. And when they did have a crack in lighting, I thought Bobby saw the ball really well and took away some of the opportunities they had in the first half.
Bob, you only allowed one goal in the first half. What do you think helped you get in an early rhythm in the game?
I think the defense did a really, really good job giving me the shots that I needed to see. They kept guys to the outside for the most part. And also we really knew who their personnel was. Our scout team did a great job during the week preparing us for their offense.
And, I think at least one goal someone shot behind the back. As a goalie, how do you anticipate something like that? Can you prepare yourself for that at all?
A little bit. Kevin warms me up every day, and he usually throws one of those in there. So, that's the only thing I can really do to prepare.
Other questions for Syracuse?
Kevin, you guys were 5 of 7 on man up today. What were you seeing from their man down that allowed you guys to be so successful?
Their man down's a lot like their 6-on-6 defense. They're very aggressive, and we thought that we could pull them out and create some seams. And I think especially after the first couple, we got a good feel for their man down. And, with our motion out there, we pulled them out and opened up passing lanes.
Coach, with an ACC as potent as it is this year, what kind of advantage does this give you now starting off 1-0 in the ACC this early?
Well, like you said, it is early. But it's good to get the first win with the first team you play. And, we'll see going forward what happens. But it adds a little more to the game. It's not just the Virginia-Syracuse game. It's a conference game, which it has been for just 2 years now. So it's a good W.
Bob, with your offense holding the ball a lot, you got a lot of downtime on your end of the field. Does that kind of make it hard on you? Does that maybe get you caught off guard when Virginia gets a fast break?
Yeah, a little bit more towards the second half. I think that started to happen a little bit. I started to kind of lose focus a little bit and let up. I thought the game was pretty much in hand, and that's something I need to work on is just mentally staying focused the whole time.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned that Kevin takes shots on you, and I know you were taking shots at halftime too. Why do you do that? How does it help you out?
I like to start off with Kevin and Dylan warming me up. I do that every day, and then just at halftime to just keep me sharp.
Nicky, great day for you guys offensively. 50 shots, 15 goals, and then for you specifically, 4 goals. Why were you guys so successful today? And specifically you, why do you think you found so much success against this Virginia defense?
I think it was a team thing. We prepared everything during practice during the week, and you have to give a lot of credit to the people that don't get the credit, and that's the scout defense. They're busting their butts all day and all week, getting us prepared for Virginia and what they do. So you have to give them a lot of credit, and I just think we did a really good job today offensively. I think we moved the ball well, and you have to give the credit to Ben getting us the possessions, and the defense did very well. So you have to give it. It was a team effort today, and I thought we played awesome.
You mentioned they're sort of an aggressive defense. What did they do, and how did you guys kind of counter that so well?
I think they switched it up from man to zone, so we had to figure out what they were in at first, and then get set up in it. So I think just the change between man and zone. That's about it.
That's it, Nicky. When you see the surety the first time, you knew what you were going to do, right?
Well, we have to dodge hard when we come out of the box and stuff. So, we got that first possession, and we harp on it a lot that we want to get a good first possession, know what the defense is doing, and see the field. And I just saw the shorty coming out on me, and I just, kind of ran by him a little bit. So I took advantage of it.
Coach, you guys were perfect on clears today. Do you feel like that's something that Bob's been able to help the defense out really well with, and you think it's been something you guys have been especially better at this season?
Yeah, well, I think between our experience back there, and certainly the goalie's a big part of it in clearing situations. And again, I go back to having the full field and being able to work on clearing. And to be able to clear the ball well, you need to get good work on a full field, and we've had that this year. So I think we're definitely ahead of where we were a year ago in the clearing situations.
Before Ben got taken out, what were you kind of seeing from him? How do you think he played today?
Ben?
Yeah.
He was terrific. I think that he had an answer for everything. I think he went about 15 for 19 while he was in there, and I think we saw so many different situations. We saw different face-off guys, and then we saw a pole which tried to chase him down. We saw double teams. When he couldn't get it out the front, he put it out the back, gave it to our defense, and I think he just made really good decisions after he came up with the possession.
Did you feel more vulnerable after Ben was out? Maybe a little shaky about the depth you guys have at the face-off back?
Anytime you have somebody that's winning them like he was so consistently, and they start to score a few goals, it changes how you think. But it was a good experience for Vihar today, and you'll see another guy or two going forward in the future that we have a lot of confidence in. So in one way, we feel good that we feel we're going to get Ben back for next week, and we had another guy that got some very good experience today.
John, could you talk about your defense just a little bit? The last time you guys won a national championship, the two in a row, you had top 5, top 10 defenses in the country. How well are they? 4 straight opponents now. One of them two of them really high-powered offenses that you held to single-digit goals. Where are they right now? I see you switching in Ralph. You played a whole quarter today. Where's this team defensively now? Is it just a product of Ben winning so many faceoffs and having it so much, or are they now that kind of a defense again?
Well, I think teams have had the ball against us, and I think they've played very good team defense. I think that give Coach Rogers and Scarmazzino some credit there for the preparation going in. It's a lot of work to cut up film, watch situations. Watching the other team's offense and then their personnel. So there's a lot of time that goes into that. And then after you get it done, you have to translate it to the players. And I think that we've done a good job. I think the guys mentioned our scout group. We're fortunate we have the depth to run an offensive scout group and a defensive scout group, and they've done a really good job of picking up other teams' personnel, their characteristics, and also the plays and the offense and their other teams' man-ups. So I think they've really helped us out. It's kind of a luxury, and when you don't have the depth, you've got to use some of your regular offensive players to set up, UVA plays, and practice takes longer, and so on. So I think that the preparation's been good, and the guys are responding well to it.
Last question for Syracuse. For the 2 offensive guys, do you guys kind of get the feeling when you're out there there's almost kind of no positions for you guys on offense, where you have so many guys who can, invert, kind of play all over the field regardless of if they're running it midi or attack?
Yeah, I think the nature of our offense is a motion offense, and there's a lot of moving parts. And obviously, Nicky has a ton of experience playing attack, and Randy played midfield last year, so they're very comfortable, going up or coming down depending on our matchups. Obviously, there's some guys, like myself, who'd rather be behind than up top, and vice versa. But I think we do have a lot of guys that can play different roles, which helps and makes it harder to scout us.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks.